stand in line to face the music and speak with these hands of mine like a pantomime. You on his team and plan to shine, you probably stab his spine. You watch who you stand in front of, you watch who you stand behind.
The bullets protect you. They'll get everybody you played with. That chopper pick niggas up with no warning. It's a slave ship.
He walk in the parking lot, leaving the party feeling shake. Bad boys too. You know when Marcus' daughter finna date, I meet Reggie at the door and put a 40 in his face.
Hello. Welcome back to the Speaking Our L4nguage Show. And for today's episode, I have my boy, my champion gold compadre. You feel me? Tito, how you feeling?
What's good, everybody? You already know who it is. It's your favorite commentator's favorite commentator, TitoKMF. We back here, man. You know what I'm saying? Emily, appreciate you always having me. You know, it's always a great conversation. We're about to get into some stuff, bro. We got some stuff to go over.
Last year, I did a video over the KOTD Final Four season with Shoddy P, Pass, Bill Collector, and Mac. This year, I wanted to spin the block and do another KOTD-oriented video, but this time, in honor of Pat Stay, the Pat Stay card coming up, RIP to Pat Stay, we are going to go take a trip down memory lane and do a top 25 KOTD battles of all time list. And this list took us forever to make. This probably was in the makings for like a couple of months, you know what I'm saying, going into the latter portion of 2022. But we finally have compiled a list and we're kind of confident about it. I mean, 25 is a lot. I mean, KOTD has a lot of bangers.
A lot of battles.
But I feel like we did a pretty solid job in constructing a list that properly identifies with the culture of KOTD alongside the impactful moments and the great battles that they had to offer on their platform. But before we get into the 25th spot, we're going to talk about some of the honorable mentions. We have 5 honorable mentions.
From your shoulders to your arms, how you move them like an idiot. If we were judging off body language, bro, you would be illiterate.
Preaching to them boys, we were scheming on the law. You study hieroglyphics, same shit. I woke up to the graffiti on the wall. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Our mouths 1,000,000 times for just one word and it still be off. Why? They be like, hi.
It's like, why compare? You go down the wrong street in my city, nigga, you dying there. I'll hit the toughest block in Pittsburgh. Won't even get a violent stare. Just be walking through the projects like a judge at a science fair.
Salary, honorable career. You just had a child too, huh? Even brought his daughter with him here. Well, I got 4 words for that, you little hunk. Father of the Year.
Now we're about to get into the top 25, and we're going to set the tone, with these 25 with none other than number 25, Horace and Ilmac versus Porridge and Diaz in the 2011 2-on-2 Grand Prix. Controversies. A lot of people call this battle one of the biggest robberies in battle rap history, KOTD history, you know what I'm saying? One thing I will say though is that when I look at this battle, I think of just KOTD being super innovative, right? One of the things I highlighted in the KOTD Final Four is just like KOTD has had a history of innovative ideas, thinking outside of the box, trying to prioritize just putting money in the battler's pocket and stuff like that. And it's one thing for them to do like a 1v1 Grand Prix. For them to do a 2-on-2 Grand Prix is just kind of nuts. Even with the results of what happened, you know what I'm saying? I just think that it's a testament to KOTD's innovation, but it's also a testament to Ilmax and the sources, specifically their legendary status, right? Because individually, they're already legends, right? But as a 2-on-2 tandem, it's probably one of the best to do it. And I also have to give a shout out to Porridge and Diaz because nobody was expecting that pairing to be super duper great or whatever, let alone make it to the finals and beat the Source and Ilmac. But I just think that in terms of like just tidbits of KOTD history, this battle is extremely important because I don't think we'll ever get on another platform a 2-on-2 tournament. At 24, we have Marv 1 versus Saint. The Grand Prix of the 2020 finals, which happened in 2021, unfortunately, for them, because that would have really helped them in terms of their status of the year. But nonetheless, really great battle. Just an amazing story for both of those individuals. Marv won his career renaissance or whatever, and Saint climbing up the ranks as a young battler. You know what I'm saying? Really enjoyed this battle. I think that when it comes to this tournament, this is one of the things that reinvigorated battle rap in that 2020 period, because 2020 was such a weird time. We were getting virtual battles. A lot of leagues were trying to figure out how they're going to even get content. And I feel like with this tournament and a couple other, innovative things that happened in 2020, kind of like, if there was a global shutdown ever to happen again, we'll kind of know how to navigate that. Yeah. But so many ups and downs in the Grand Prix, I feel like, for both individuals, right? And I feel like, those two people put on a great fight in, a classical KOTD style Grand Prix final. So we had to put that at 24. And this next one, I know Tito is going to want to talk about this one. 23, we have another finals matchup. Just recently happened. Pass versus Bill Collector, the first ever season, finals or whatever. Two of these individuals were just masterful throughout the season and throughout the playoffs. One of my favorite past performances throughout the entire playoffs was his performance against City. Oh my gosh, he was just amazing in that battle. And then Bill Collector was just amazing in the Dunch battle, in the Mad Flex battle. Like he had a run before the playoffs and during the season. Yeah. He had the first ever perfect score, of the season, which is masterful. Really dope to see these two individuals in the latter portion of their career still be competing at this high of a level. Amazing battle, extremely innovative and extremely historic. What do you have to say about this battle?
Man, like for those of you who might not know, like I'm a huge advocate for how great this battle is. It is one of like my top 3 contenders for battle of the year. Personally, I love the content in this battle, and I think specifically when it comes to Bill Collector, and I actually feel this way the same about the Marv battle, is that when you get a lot of these guys who've been around for a while and they take this opportunity to go onto a new platform, they battle not that Pass is like a new guy, like I'm not saying that. No. It's more this is more applicable to Marv and Saint, but in general, when they battle, like for example, Marv battles, a kind of younger guy in Saint, or when, they're introduced on a new platform, it being Twitch, they introduce themselves to a brand new audience and give themselves the opportunity to kind of grow their audience again, or reintroduce themselves to people who might not have watched battle rap in 5 years or 6 years. And both Marv, Bill, and Pass, Saint obviously is younger, so this might not be applicable to him, but like those 3 kind of veterans of battle rap really took the most out of that kind of platform. And like this battle in particular, I think Bill reintroduced himself to a lot of people who may not have been super familiar with how Bill raps now, which is very different than how he used to rap. Because the Bill Collector of like 2011, 2012 is not the Bill Collector 2022. And he showed his intensity. He showed his style of punching, his switching, rapping of cadence of flows, like his aggression in that battle. Like he needed to win that battle. And I think that goes to a lot to why he ultimately ended up winning. But Pass's writing in that battle is so good too. So if you haven't seen that battle, either one, check them both out. They're both fantastic battles. But I think in terms of the tournament format, there's still a lot. I don't know why people think that there's like, oh man, like, I'm saying, like the tournament format, I'm not quite sure. It works. It adds an inherent stakes to these matches, and that's what KOTD does as a platform. They add stakes and weight to battles, so a lot of battles don't kind of feel like they're not like they don't matter because they're judged, so they do matter.
At number 22, we have another historical battle, and RIP to Bender. You know what I'm saying? A mega cornerstone of KOT battle rap and battle rap in general. Bender versus Arcane, the first ever blackout, where you know, Bender was able to receive the chain off of Arcane. Really dope battle. You know what I'm saying? I know it's pretty much known for you know what I'm saying, Bender winning the chain, but just the back and forth was pretty good. Yeah. And then Bender's like multi-syllabic rhyme scheme he was able to get to in this battle was just phenomenal. And I know KOTD get the rap of like having a bunch of rappity rap type people. But I will say that like it's because a lot of those people can actually rap. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like I know it can be hit or miss for some people, you know what I'm saying, like the multi-syllabic stuff. But for me, I feel like battle rap is more than just a bar for bar, more than just the, you know what I'm saying, spawning punchlines, or like it encompasses so much. Yeah. And I feel like a part of battle rap was the rapping aspect, actually being able to know how to rap. And I feel like this is one of those battles where like you go there, you appreciate great rapping alongside great content, and you just enjoy yourself. But we have to give a shout out for Bender and Arcane for that one. At 21, we have another mega matchup, another historical battle. We have Charlie Clips versus Conceited on Blackout 4, 3 years later. What is there to say? This is like a blockbuster matchup, and it was a blackout matchup. Yeah. Which if you guys are not familiar with the blackout concept, it's pretty much like you get a roster of battlers that's going to be on a card, but you don't know the matchups up until when the battle happens, or when the night happens, or whatever. So the first thing I think of is like, how the hell do you have Charlie Clips and Conceited and you don't promo the battle? Like that's kind of crazy.
That's
how, like,
crazy.
Right, and then you have Smack there, you know what I'm saying, and that was just a crazy moment. You have Conceited doing his like multiple slow it down, and you have Clips with his. And this was like Clips in his heyday in 2014, just mega matchup, man. And this is probably at one point in time, this is like one of their highest viewed battles in their catalog. I think like top 5, top 10, or whatever. And you know why? Because both of these people just garnered a lot of attention. But yeah, no, Charlie Clips, Conceited, dope matchup, blockbuster matchup, probably one of the best, you know what I'm saying, blackout matches you'll find out of the collection.
It's also worth noting too here, like a lot of these battles that we're picking as well, like these battle, like Impact is heavily weighted in a lot of these battles that we're picking. Like there are a lot of battles here that even though the quality or something might not be as high as something maybe 1 or 2 bases above it, but the impact, not that Charlie Clips and Conceited wasn't like, you know what I'm saying, a decent battle. It was a really good battle, right? But it wasn't like, you know what I'm saying, like it wasn't crazy, but like just the like the context, the fact that it was on Blackout, which is still crazy to me. The fact that like you have Smack there, the fact that you have like these, it's such a instrumental piece of the overall puzzle that is KOTD. Like if I were to be like, yo, if I were to ask somebody who like kind of only knows like a little bit of battle rap, be like, hey bro, you know Charlie Clips and Conceited battled in 2014, and they'd be like, what? I didn't see that on URL. And I'm like, no, you didn't right, you didn't, because it was on KOTD. And so it's just like one of those things where it's a huge part of KOTD's history. And Smack being there is still crazy to me. Like,
oh my goodness, yeah, no, that was like a glitch in the Matrix.
That wasn't real, bro.
Beautiful moment, yeah, beautiful moment though. Now we're at the pretty much like going into top 20. We have Pat Stay again against Marv 1 on World Dom 2 2011. Another controversial battle.
He be sad right now. He gon' front like he can't get a cab right now.
Yeah.
But even outside of like that one round that Pat Stay had, it's like it's a very good back and forth. Marv 1 delivering some very, very heartfelt, you know what I'm saying, content about his brother, you know what I'm saying, which we need more and more of that awareness and such. Really good back and forth. This is actually a good battle outside of just like the controversial like, you know, approach that Pat Stay took, but really good battle. And it's crazy that we have a Marv 1 battle from 2011 and we have a Marv 1 battle from 2021, 10 years in between.
That's crazy.
10 years in between, and it's like both of them just high caliber performances. And then obviously with Pat Stay is Pat Stay. I mean, this is one of the few performances early on in his career that really got a lot of eyes on him. So that just goes without saying.
Yeah,
Like, that's just another historical battle.
This battle for sure. I think also as a side note, like I really think that this is like, not that Pat wasn't a big star, but this is like when you can start seeing, oh, like Pat like might be one of them. Like he really might be just off the star power alone. Cause like the angle, you know what I'm saying, the controversy, you haven't seen the battle. We are blanket recommending all of these battles. Go watch them if you haven't. But like, never mind that. But just if you remember, watch that battle, like Pat is owning that stage. Like, and it's just one of the things that becomes more and more transparent as the years go on, and he develops that into becoming what he inevitably became. So,
and at 19, this battle is amazing, and I think that we need more and more performances from this guy. Fresco against the Sword.
Morris will catch a flashback like he's sitting in class and dreaming while I'm at his Bayside High like Tiffany Amber Thiessen.
On Back to the Basics 3, 2015. Soros is a legend, right? And to see a legend be so thrilled hearing someone else rap, if you just look at how the Soros is reacting to Fresco every round, he's like, it's crazy. Yeah. Like, give him the money. Give him the money.
He's going dumb. Right? He's going dumb.
But I just think of like, it was a good battle in that the Soros showed that he can hang with, like, you know what I'm saying, someone, even though for Fresco been around for a long time, he's showing that he can still hang even like multiple years after like his quote unquote prime or whatever. And then Fresco showing you, no matter if it's a couple years, you know what I'm saying, multiple years out of the game, he could come back and deliver a really great performance. Yeah. His 3 rounds against Soros is just timeless. Great rapping, great punches, you know what I'm saying, and just super duper comfortable. Yeah, man. Like he was super comfortable. You know what I'm saying, rapping in that performance. I really enjoyed both of their performances. Even though a lot of people say like Fresco kind of like owned that battle, or whatever. I thought the Soros was still really good in the battle. This is one of those situations where Fresco owned the battle and like he was just like left earth, but you know what I'm saying, the Soros was still hanging on to the rocket ship. Yeah, that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? So
I mean, it's one of those battles where I'm, especially with a lot of the newer, like kind of like, I guess, caffeine era, maybe like before that, like pandemic era battle rap fans who kind of are just, not a lot of people know how good Fresco was. Like, and like, if I was going to recommend a Fresco battle, it would be this one. Like, just because it's like, oh, like who the heck is Fresco? All right, go watch this and then come back and tell me that that's not crazy. Like, go ahead.
Right. Now his 3rd round was crazy. The multi-syllabics with the creative punching too, because it seemed, because like a lot of people say like you're either like a multi-syllabic rapper or you're like a very punchline head.
He was swinging.
He rapped really well with great punches at the end. Like really great battle. That's what we have at 19. At 18, right? This is like a huge battle specifically for the West.
Yes.
We have none other than Disaster. It's crazy that this is the first time we mentioned him, but you know, we mentioned a couple more times. We got Disaster against Danny Myers, Town Business 2019. Oh man, I remember thinking that you know, Danny Myers battled some heavy hitters early on in his career, you know what I'm saying, with a Verb, a couple other people and all that. But for some particular reason in this time period, I was just thinking like, dang, this is probably the biggest match in Danny Myers' career in terms of what it represents and what in terms of what it means, especially for the West and whatnot.
And to him.
And I feel like when it comes to you know what I'm saying, Disaster kind of pretty much having his comeback or whatever, because you know he took a small hiatus or whatever. Him having his comeback and not only delivering a good performance, but delivering somewhat of a vintage performance in terms of like, you know, something that's more organized, something that's more concise, and even that 3rd round that he has about pretty much debunking the whole like parallel universe theory. You know,
crazy. Like,
I just think that, you know, everything that we wanted from this battle is, whether it was the rapid punching from Danny, whether it was the rapid flows from Disaster mixed in with the aggression, mixed in with, like, you know what I'm saying, the, you know, like performative aspect. I just feel like we got what we like, the prototypical Disaster battle and a prototypical Danny battle. We got that all into one, and I feel like that was what was needed, specifically for West Coast battle rap, when like the West Coast battlers were taking over battle rap in that time period, 2019, 2020. That's one of the reasons why we were saying that, because a battle like that. So what do you have to say about that?
And also too, like just the, because I think a lot of times when it comes to impact and battles and moments, we forget that like the visual matters. Like a lot of this, like battle rap is not an audio form. It is also a visual medium, so it matters. And the visual of Disaster in his third round, when he starts breaking down the whole parallel universe thing, kind of debunking that, and his angle approach, he's like talking about like the scientific methods behind it, and he like starts rapping, and you just see Danny just like staring, not blinking, while like he's like rapping in his face, while Disaster, and he's just like, come on, keep going. And Disaster is just like, it's the visual. You see Organic in the back, you see battle rappers all over the place, like Ilmac, everyone is just like, no one is talking, everyone is watching these two MCs put on a masterclass, and watching Disaster like have this kind of iconic round in a lot of ways. Like from a visual perspective, like he takes a shirt off, he walks around, you know, he's like pressing up on dead, like it's a lot. Yeah. So it's one of them. If you haven't seen that battle, I don't know why, but it's like over 1 million people have seen it. So, but go watch it if you haven't.
Yeah. And right above that, we have another appearance from Bill Collector. We have none other than Bill Collector versus Mac Myron.
He threw zips. I started crying when I got my onions. I'm from the Yak. Think the Glock not dumping? Just know we take a long walk in the park after dark. Jill Scott not coming. I ain't gonna play with him.
The semifinals, whatever. This is the best back and forth in the playoffs. Mac delivered crazy material. Bill delivered crazy material, and I appreciate this battle because lived up to the expectation.
Yeah,
we knew that it was going to be a good battle, and it ended up being a good battle. Really love this battle. Probably the battle I rewatched the most out of the entire KOTD season and KOTD playoffs. You know, I think they both deliver lifetime performances in this battle. You can argue that this is a top 5 Mac performance. You can argue that it's probably one of Bill Collector's best performances too. Yeah, there's not much to say. Like that. This is one of the battles you have to watch. If you kind of tuned out of like the whole KOTD season stuff in the playoffs, that's one battle you can watch. That'll make you like want to rewatch everything else. Great battle.
And then after you watch it, you can watch Bill Collector versus Bass. Go ahead.
I'm about to say, yeah, no, for sure. Watch that one. Then after that, we have another Pat Stay appearance with Pat Stay versus Arcane World Domination 4 2013. This is just a beautiful coronation, man. Like, this is when Pat won the chain and just pretty much took the KOTD world by storm. You know what I'm saying? That he will go on to defend it 3 times, you know what I'm saying, against Disaster, Daylight, and Sharon. At one point in time was the most like dominant reign, you know what I'm saying, in KOTD in terms of title defenses. Pat Stay was masterful in this battle. Like, if you just watch that first round, it just like he's just oozing star power and crowd control. Like, he's just amazing in this battle. And World Domination 4 was just a eventful night. You had a pretty solid undercard or whatever, and just him. It's just a beautiful moment in battle rap, and just a beautiful moment for Pat Stay and KOTD. Just the coronation of Pat Stay with him winning the chain. So we had to put that in there.
For sure.
Hey, look, hey guys, yo, look, he mad right now. Trying to log into PayPal right
now.
Sure. And then at 15. It's gonna be a little bit of a, well, is this really a KOTD battle? We don't care, because I'm about to say KOTD has a licensing for it. A Ward and Loso against Geechee and B Dot. Oh, some of you guys are like, well, isn't that the Guardian of the Culture battle? Yes, but KOTD owns the footage, so technically it's a KOTD battle, and this battle is really, really good. In my opinion, it's probably one of the best 2-on-2 battles that battle rap has to offer. I feel like content-wise, the back and forth, A Ward and Loso's first round where they're finishing each other's sentences, Geechee and B Dot, well, like they're, you know, heavily West Coast influence, you know what I'm saying, battle rap style. Both of them exchange really great thirds. A-Ward talking about like his relation to the hip hop industry, Loso talking about you know what I'm saying, the gangster image, and then B-Dot talking about, you know what B-Dot gets into when it comes to ideology, and Geechee doing his like you know, real talk thirds. Like, it's just amazing back and forth. Amazing.
Everybody does like their speciality in this battle perfectly in cohesion with their team. Like everyone, like you said, this is one of the best 2-on-2s that battle rap had.
I said, you don't shoot these guns. We don't want to see you load the piece. You supposed to give them that depth, that content, that substance, that poetry, boys. Yo, you was standing
we're already at 15. At 14, we have another, like, just something that transcends, you know what I'm saying, just, you know, American battle rap. We have Oxymoron against Disaster on another World Domination 7 2017. And I have to talk about the view count because it's ridiculous. The highest viewed battle on the KOTD platform, probably one of the highest viewed battles you're going to find in the 3-round battle format. 15 million views.
God!
Just crazy because I see Miran like garner those numbers like on his other battles too. But 15 million views. This is another case where Disaster is just not just a American superstar, Canadian or superstar of the Canada fold, but he's just worldwide known, internationally known, and this is reasons why, because he's battling Oxymoron, you know what I'm saying, and Oxymoron was super comfortable in this battle. Like, he was just, and I like the fact that he didn't conform to American battle rap. He did what he did his way, and then Disaster did what he did. And even though if you want to say, like, you know, you may not rewatch this battle a lot, because I don't really rewatch this battle a lot, but for historical purposes, for what it means on a worldwide scale in terms of battle rap, just amazing moment, you know what I'm saying? KOTD being able to land Oxymoron into a battle with Disaster, just incredible. And there's a reason why it's sitting at 15 million views. So
I don't think there's a better ambassador for battle rap than Disaster. Like, I really don't. Like, I think he really is battle rap's world ambassador. Like, he battles people in other languages of different groups of different nationalities. Like, he battles everyone and anyone because he's that's what he does. And I think he should get his flowers for that. I don't think he gets them enough for like being the guy to do that, because that's not easy.
100%. 13, we have this is like one of my favorite KOTD battles. Barfest at Chilla Jones versus Iron Solomon Massacre 4, but this is a blackout edition, so they did a crossover between Massacre and Blackout. You're not gonna have there was one time that they did not have Chilla Jones on a Massacre. You're not gonna have a Massacre without Chilla Jones on it, but unknown match, Chilla Jones versus Iron Solomon. And I also have to mind you that this was with a couple weeks prep, right? Because Iron Solomon was supposed to battle somebody else. Chilla Jones was supposed to have another matchup. They battled each other in like 2 weeks or whatever. Had 2 weeks to prep. Delivered a really great performance. Classic Chilla with his scheming, back-to-back style, and then Iron Solomon just with the overall penmanship mixed in with the angling, the great rapping and stuff like that. A mirror match to a certain degree, how they both kind of rap and kind of scheme and write and stuff like that. Really enjoy this battle. I feel like this one of the best writing performances from Iron Solomon, and this is one of the best, overall, like, I would say. It's probably one of the best performances where I feel like Chilla knew he had to show versatility. He kind of did it when it came to angling, when it came to rap, his rapping, his flows and stuff like that. This is one of those perennial pin versus pin matchups that you needed in battle rap. 100%. What do you have to say about this battle?
Yeah, I mean, there's one of the things that really shows about this battle in particular is like Iron Solomon's pen is incredible. But the thing that always kind of shows in matchups like where it's like kind of pen versus pen, like, again, like you said, the versatility that Chilla Jones intentionally shows in this battle. He intentionally goes out of his way in, I believe it's like the second and third, to like do other things other than just write with Solomon, because if he knows he just writes with Solomon, it's a much more difficult way to win a battle. So like, not that he can't win, but it's like now you're just comparing pen and pen, as opposed to if he shows a variety of angle of punching, of being able to command to the degree that he can, just kind of the space as well. Like his to show other aspects of battle rap, it makes it easier for him to win. And it's a very strategic choice by Chilla, and I thought it paid off, because that battle's incredible. And even though Iron, like you said, wrote some of his best stuff, like that battle's crazy for Iron.
A robber, Frank Sinatra could throw a fit together better than cranky toddlers. So don't step to me if what you kick's fugazi. You seen I made Nitty look like a bird in them blue jays, and if
at number 12, we have another Massacre battle, and in my opinion, the best Massacre of the collection, a Massacre 2. We have Big K versus Head Ice. I wouldn't be wrong if I said this is probably like the best Head Ice performance of his career, one of his best performances.
I haven't seen
Big
better.
Big K, this is probably the most motivated you'll see Big K in a battle. He was super motivated for this battle.
Fuck rap, I run through dust, I'm doom bugging. Plugged, I know some Rastamans. Tools dumping, I had them dread slide on ice. Cool runners. Stop fucking playing with me, yo!
All you hear first round, stop playing with me, yo. like he was super motivated for this battle, man. Like super motivated. Like their exchange at the first rounds was crazy. You know what I'm saying? The second and third were really, really solid. But in terms of just like the aesthetic, right? Being in that cage, that like dark feel that it gives you, mixed in with like just the gritty feel that you got from Head Ice and Big K, just very, very good. I really, really enjoyed it.
I mean, like I said when we were kind of compiling the list as well, it's like, again, impact is a really big thing on this list. It's a huge thing. And if you were to take KOTD, Big K, and Head Ice and make like a WWE style like intro graphic for each of them, they would all three have this battle. That's how important it is to KOTD. That's how important it is to Head Ice for sure. And that's definitely how important it is to Big K. So like the impact is there. And this is kind of like, I would argue, one of Big K's like most quote unquote like viral moments. Like if you see any compilation of Big K, there's something from this battle in that Big K. And then for Head Ice, if you see a compilation of Head Ice stuff, it's literally just this battle. They literally just play all three of his rounds from this battle, because this is the best Head Ice of ever. So it's just one of those. It's the impact here is crazy. So it matters in this particular list for sure.
And at number 11. Another banger, another bar fest.
Yeah.
We had like 2 or 3 bar fests back to back to back, but Annie Myers versus Rum motherfucking Nitty.
Rip up your daughter's spelling test, and that's the one, she got them all right. Oh, you want to brawl, right? Bitch, nigga, don't even play yourself. I'll cut you into so many pieces, your funeral be on a conveyor belt.
Yeah.
Battle of the Bay 6, 2013. Did a lot for both of them. For one, it put Nitty on the map.
Yeah. Because
Nitty had like some, Nitty was on Grind Time before, and he had a few battles on KOTD before, but it really showed that Nitty was starting to, ascend. And then Danny Myers, I mean, the raging, mixed in with like just like the back-to-back punching style. You know what I'm saying? This was a very important battle for both of them. And it's crazy to think that they would go on a year later, 2014, 2015, to become like these like tremendous battlers who are, trying to put on for like the West and put on for the bar heavy, pin oriented type battlers. Classic bars from both of them. Cut you so many times, they'll have to put you on a conveyor belt. And the Nitty with the ratchet squeezing out the whip like Rasputia. Like, come on,
that's
man. Like, it's
crazy.
Classic lines.
That's crazy.
Every bar. That was every bar before every bar.
Yeah, right.
Right. So really enjoyed the battle. Classic battle. I feel like this is like a really, really important battle for the KO team.
Yeah, for sure.
Disaster versus Iron Solomon. Blackout 6, 2016. 2016 was such a special year for battle rap.
Yeah.
Classic battle, right? Exchange of ideologies, exchange of content. You know what I'm saying? Two legendary battlers. You know what I'm saying? Like from the early 2010s up until now, heavily revered. You know what I'm saying? Both would be like their jersey's gonna be hung in the rafters if there's ever a you know what I'm saying, Battle Rap Hall of Fame.
Facts.
Really, really love this battle. Very, very kind of long battle, but every time I watch this battle, I get something new from it. Really, really enjoy this battle. What do you have to say about Disaster and Iron Solomon?
I mean, Disaster versus Iron Solomon, like you said, 2016 was such a special, like arguably one of the best, if not the best year in battle rap. Like you could make the argument, like 2016's up there, I think, like in terms of just how many great battles we got. And especially during that time period, especially during, you know, the pre-COVID era, pre-whatever era, where you want to call it. But like specifically about this battle, like you kind of mentioned it, the content of this battle is really, really important and should be highlighted. There's a lot of really great content, and Disaster and Iron Solomon are two of the people that can kind of talk about that kind of content more than anyone, and more than literally any other battle rapper can. And the fact that both of them chose this opportunity to talk about the things we talk about, I'm being vague, that way people who are watching can go watch this battle, because I don't want to give it away. Please go watch these battles. But like the type of material that they both came with matched each other so perfectly, and I think that's very rare, where both of you kind of know what you're going to talk about, and you just show up there and you both rap and it complements each other. So it's more of a give and take in each round. So please go watch this battle if you're a content heavy person. Like, there's not many battles on this list that have more, I guess, like deeper content than this battle.
Another title defense, you know what I'm saying? We have Real Deal against Sharon, Grand Prix 2020. Another battle of like that on that card. Amazing battle, man. And you mentioned 2016. I also can mention 2021.
Yeah,
it's one of the best years in battle rap too, just because of like all the battles and all the types of battles that we were getting. Really, really enjoy this battle. Masterful performance from Real Deal, really showing that, like, you know what I'm saying, he's here to stay and he's here to hold on to that title. Sharon delivering a vintage Sharon performance. Really enjoy this battle, man. I think they both excelled at what they do best. You know, Real Deal with this battle showcased why he's one of the best approach / angle based battlers in battle rap. Sharon just showcased why he's a legend. You know, I know Sharon was talking about like he's going to retire after this battle. You know what I'm saying? Because I can see why. Because, you know, you deliver a good performance against Pat Stay, you lose that one, and you deliver another great performance against, you know what I'm saying, Real Deal, you lose that one. He wanted to change so bad, you know what I'm saying, and just couldn't get it. Yeah. But I still think that this goes at the notch under Sharon's belt in terms of like just being a great classic battle under the KOTD brand. What do you have to say about this battle?
Yeah, I mean, specifically, I really want to highlight, because Sharon is such an icon in battle rap and in culture. Real Deal, you mentioned it. Real Deal doesn't get enough credit for being one of the best anglers in battle rap. Like, he really is. Like, when Real Deal has the approach and decides to use it, Real Deal is one of the very few people that can go from attacking you in one round to being self-reflective and introspective in the next round and kind of talking about his own life experience and how it relates to you, and both be equally crazy. Like in the there's no content drop off. Usually artists can only do one or the other without sacrificing content. Real Deal can do both, and like never sacrifice content, never sacrifice writing, never sacrifice all the other things he does very, very well. I think this is one of the things that, like, even the Real Deal by now for sure is like one of the mainstays of KOTD. This solidifies him as like one of the KOTD guy.
This guy is actually making his first appearance, but this is another massacre. You know what I'm saying? Another massacre battle, the first ever massacre, 2015. AK versus Ill Will. Really, really great battle. Ill Will making his, you know what I'm saying, Massacre debut, KOTD debut, you know what I'm saying. really dope battle. Big K with another great performance from beginning to end. Ill Will with his electrifying style. Immediately I think of like Ill Will's second round where he fights back from Big K's first, but then I also think of Big K's counter-writing approach that he took in his third. So masterful.
You see this heat start clapping, then your Nissan flatten. I'm in your yard with a yapper. Curse the children. I paint your fucking house. This is Sherwin, William. All I brought is...
You know what I'm saying? I just feel like in terms of bar for bar, in terms of aggression, because these are both like very, very aggressive battlers or whatever. I just feel like this battle was just really, really good.
Yeah.
What do you have to say about this battle?
I think especially now, again, we're talking about kind of the overall, and we're recommending a lot of these battles that are maybe, at this point 5, 6, 7 years old now. We're trying to introduce them to maybe people who might not be, have never watched these battles, and you guys should definitely go. Like, I know now Ill Will's seen as a really big like RBE guy, like at this point, but like one of his best battles is on KOTD, and it's against Big K. And like you said, that second round that Ill Will had, crazy. But I think even more impressive and kind of more synonymous with Big K's we all know Big K style. Big K's a huge puncher. Big K will knock your head off, back-to-back punchlines. He's, I'm saying he's rapping. He's aggressive. But like his third shows that he has the ability to counter-write, and by kind of doing that, the ability to angle. And you will see that in later battles that are more famous for especially a specific angle that he takes. I don't think he does that angle as successfully if he doesn't do it as successfully the counter-writing in the third. Like, he shows the ability to do that, which then allows him to go and pass some paperwork around years later. So, like, you can kind of see in a lot of the battles that we're recommending where they, like, indicators that they are going to do that in previous battles, which I think is a really cool thing to kind of go through the history of, like, artists and stuff like that.
Yeah. And ironically enough, we have another Massacre battle, Massacre 2, as we mentioned, one of the best Massacre card. We have Hollow the Don against Pat Stay, another appearance for Pat Stay, 2016. Wow. Clash of the Titans, man. Have greatness when they can do a one-rounder that was really, really effing good. They can spin the block and do a rematch of a 3-round battle, and that is equally as good as the one rounder.
I think so too.
I feel like Pat Stay's third, crazy. Hollow's first, crazy. Second round, they both had a really, really good second rounds. I just feel like there's not much I can really say. I feel like whatever Hollow was good at in this battle, he maximized that with the rapping, with the charisma, with the joking, with the freestyling. Pat Stay with his charisma, with his ability to angle, with his ability to own the crowd and stuff like that.
But like, there are very few people that could have matched Pat Stay in that many areas, but are also equally as different. Like, that's really, like, Hollow and Pat are two sides of the same coin in a lot of ways. And with how unorthodox they are, their ability for humor, they both can angle, they both are so versatile, and they're so well-rounded as artists and so unique that the fact that match happened, I'm so happy that we have that to watch. You know what I'm saying? Because it would be a shame if we never got to see Hollow the Don versus Pat Stay. And the fact that it happened and it was incredible, like, I think again, please go watch that if you haven't, because it's one of the, like,
watch that whole card.
Right.
Honestly.
Just watch Massacre 2.
Was crazy. Yeah, crazy.
Speaking of.
Number 6, another Massacre 2 battle. Ern Solomon and B Magic. Me, I ain't gonna lie. Like, that's a heavy 3. Big K versus Head Ice. Hollow the Don versus Pat Stay, then Ern Solomon versus B Magic. Those are like a heavy 3. And those are honestly interchangeable. But I think in terms of like the best back and forth,
yeah,
I think it's a toss-up. I really think it's a toss-up between Hollow the Don and Pat Stay against Ern Solomon and B Magic. But I think what really, really pushed this battle over the edge, in comparison to those two, is just the non-stop bars that we got from each person.
Sherman go to hell. Get the dump in the gauge to the barrel burning on the 12. Your whole team of Seahawks. I'm Richard Sherman with the shells. And go dummy behind bars like Ernest go to jail.
B Magic with his second round and his rapid punching, but then Iron Solomon with his punching mixed in with like the schemes that he's able to do. I feel like in the Howler down at Pat State battle and the Big Hit and Head Ice battle, we had moments where like, okay, it started to dim down a little bit the momentum, and then they're gonna pick it back up. But like this one just felt like a non-stop bar fest, like non-stop.
They were drag racing, bro. Like they were like go 0 to 60, and we're just gonna go 60 the whole time. And if you don't catch it, you better catch up. Like there was like it was crazy. I feel
like and specifically, this is another situation where, because I mentioned to you earlier, I felt like Iron had something to prove because he battled Nitty and Chilla back to back. This is another situation where Iron actually came back to battle rap, battled Daylight, you know what I'm saying, and then he's battling, you know what I'm saying, B Magic or whatever, and then he has the Diz battle. So like he's also trying to show he has something to prove too in this situation. That 2015-2016 period for Iron was extremely important because he had to solidify the fact that like he's not no washed up veteran. You know what I'm saying? The Iron that battled Mook is not the same as the Iron that's going to battle a Daylight, that's going to battle a B Magic, that's going to battle a Diz. And this is one of those battles that really showed us, okay, he's back. Like he's back. Really enjoy this battle. Extreme bar fest. I feel like this is one of the last quote unquote classic battles that we got from B Magic.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
You know what I'm about to say? I feel like this is the last like classic B Magic that we getting into top 5.
Top 5, ladies and gentlemen.
Here we go. At number 5, perfectly mentioned that, you know what I'm saying, like a lot of this has to do with impact to a degree, right? Because there's certain things like we can objectively say, okay, this battle may be better. This battle may be better. This battle may be better, but in terms of impact, what it did for KOTD, what it did for the battle rap culture as a whole, 30 pages of rhyme in this mother. Sorry, I had to.
You have to.
Disaster versus Cannabis, Vendetta, 2012. Man, oh man, I think this is like one of the biggest body bags in battle rap history. I think that there was a Cody in 2012. I feel like this would have most definitely pushed Diz in that top 3, top 5 conversation because he had the chain, and not only did he have the chain, but he was holding it down for battle rap. Because this is like one of the few, like first times the industry battler came back and tried to like, you know what I'm saying, like make it seem like he could just hang with anybody. And this show why it's not all
it's
that.
Not like
you know
that.
It's not like that. He showed the difference between, you know what I'm saying, what y'all do in the industry and what we do in battle rap. I feel like that was needed. I just think that the way he handled this battle, he wasn't on cruise control. He was 100 miles per hour from beginning to end. The way he broke down Cannabis, his whole career. It's sad because I had to put my own dog to sleep. Oh my God. He was wilding on Cannabis. You know what I'm saying? I feel like this is probably one of Disaster's best acting performances.
Yeah.
In terms of fluidity, in terms of aggression, in terms of cadences, in terms of flows.
He was doing everything.
You could think of. He was super, super hungry for this battle, and rightfully so, because it's Cannabis. Cannabis is a legend. Regardless of what happened in the battle, Cannabis is still a legend, both in a battle rap sense because of his diss tracks on Wax, but just the influence, whatever. Yeah. Nonetheless, extremely impactful battle. This battle also took place in 2012, which is one of those years. It's just like you know, infamous year in battle rap. You know what I'm saying?
The before times, as it's called sometimes. The dark ages.
Right. So just had to put that.
Yeah, you got to have it up there, man. It's one of. That's what I was saying earlier, man. This battle goes in the KOTD intro.
Before we have another clash of the Titans. Best of both worlds, I feel like. We have Charlie Clips against Daylight, Battle of LA 2014.
Wow.
I think that when this battle happened, we knew how important it was, but I think we knew, but we didn't know because it's like for Clips, this time period for Clips, he was trying to solidify the fact that he's the best battle rapper in the world.
Yeah.
For Daylight, probably the most controversial battler in the world at the time, was trying to solidify the fact that he's one of the greatest too, even if he BS in between battles here and there.
Yo, killer in his whole face. So you can remember the nigga from the East Coast that stripped you of your pride and your glory. Real killers don't need a face mask. I don't plan for you to live to tell your side of the story.
Number 3, we have another Quill appearance.
Wow.
To the Batmobile.
Wow.
We have these 3. I just feel like it's undisputed. It's honestly interchangeable. But you have Daylight versus Killer Jones, Vendetta 2, Redemption 2014.
Casualties, they die and melt by any means, long as the crew disperse the checks. Gradually, the galaxy is on Orion's belt. You know what that means? The whole universe is next.
Like, the rock paper scissors is one of the most iconic bars in battle rap history. Like, it really is. Like, so off of that alone, it's top 10.
Yeah.
Then you go ahead and watch the battle. And the battle is crazy.
The MK scheme, the Chilla Jones, Blue Meth like Heisenberg, and Meth is like Method Man is right there in the building. He didn't even know he was gonna be there. Like that exchange, the whole just a bar for bar wise, man. Just like and I'll go on record saying that, like, I know a lot of people have Daylight winning this battle, but content wise, this battle is very, very close in terms of content or whatever. I feel like in terms of just, and I feel like this is one of the few times, because prior to this, I feel like this, like, you didn't really get like those pin versus pin matchups between Daylight. Daylight didn't really have like those type of like, you know, okay, now I'm gonna test my pin against someone else that's really good at rapping. Daylight went on record saying that, like, when he went into this battle, he was trying to out scheme Chilla Jones, which makes perfect sense because he has an MK scheme. He has an MK scheme in the first round. He has like a Michael Jackson scheme in the third round. So you can tell that he was very, very interested in trying to perform at the level that Chilla Jones does when it comes to rapping. And then on the flip side, Chilla Jones was trying to rap in terms of flows, cadences at the same level as Daylight does with his rapping. That's why you get that little glitch segment that he has, the synonym foe. Right. Like, yeah, like, I don't know. I just feel like this battle was just amazing in terms of just rapping, content, bar for bar, classic moments.
It had everything.
Yeah, it had everything. 100%. Yeah. Number 2, probably the most impactful battle out of all of these. You have DNA versus Disaster, Flatline 2011. Not much to say about this battle. I just feel like the best freestylers of all time. You mentioned that Disaster is a great ambassador for battle rap. I also feel the same way about DNA.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, I mean, hell, there's a reason why he's always doing the BET competitions, always doing the ciphers. Part of the ESP was
doing
part of
commercials,
the ESPN doing commercials. Like, there's a reason why. This battle is honestly one of the few like grudge matches that actually panned out to be a good battle. So I have to give it credit for that, because we know a lot of grudge matches either are like underwhelming or just don't come out how they're supposed to.
Say karma's a bitch. For you, it's probably dentistry, because the part of your mouth that's missing is only a reflection of what's scarring you mentally. So the gap between your teeth exists merely as an object of imagery to distract you from the real gap between us, and that's bars and delivery.
So there's that. It's also, I feel like it's the curtain call to a degree of Grind Time.
Yeah.
Because that battle was initially supposed to happen on Grind Time, but it ended up being a KOTD battle. And I feel like these two battlers are a part of that Grind Time, or like epitomize that Grind Time era the best. You know what I'm saying? In terms of their styles, and also in terms of like them being mainstays on Grind Time as well. And then just Drake being there, him sponsoring the battle.
It has everything.
Has everything in terms of like worldwide eyes, in terms of it being a grudge match, in terms of there being classic moments, whether it's Disaster's Prince of Persia rebuttal, whether it's Drake's Headlines rebuttal, whether it's Disaster's first round, whether it's DNA's third round.
I mean, also,
yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, also, we have to consider again, like, as good as the battle is, like you said, arguably the most important battle KOTD ever had for the platform itself. Like, there is no KOTD in 2023 unless this battle happens the way it happened.
Wake up a day later with your cat built, Mac built like an 8th grader. Get right with a straight razor. You act tough when you rap stuff, play gangster, but you really pussy. That's fake heart, pacemaker. You come from a nation.
As soon as that contract was signed in cursive, your wife was purchased. Hold on, rewind it further. Before you lost this battle to a vet, before you seen Organic in the flesh yelling rapper to my left.
Number 2.
So at number 1, we have a battle that we just feel like is epitomizes KOTD the best.
Yeah.
To keep it short and sweet. I have Big K versus Illmac. Battle of the Bay 6, 2013. We were just talking off camera about how, like, it's a crime, a travesty that this battle is not at 1 million views. It's close to 900K, but it should be at 1 million views.
It should be at a million.
It should be at 1 million.
This battle should be going platinum right now, and I don't know why it's not. It should be a platinum battle right now.
This battle is just tremendous in terms of bar for bar, in terms of creativity, in terms of style clash, in terms of just how it was captured. The visual of it is amazing. Illmac having his classic third, Big K having his classic first. Another situation where I feel like, in terms of their careers, these battles have to be mentioned in order to fully encapsulate what their career is. And and I think for Illmac, right? Illmac was pretty much, to a degree, was solidified because he had already like 7-8 plus years in the game already prior to this. But this was like him pretty much reinforcing the fact that he's a legend. There's a reason why that he should be heralded as such. For Big K, this is like the first, in my opinion, the first like definitive classic that he had in his career.
It's his first classic. Yeah, for sure.
You can argue he had good battles before that, but I feel like this is like his first definitive like classic, like the first time he really got punched in the mouth.
Yeah,
like punched in the mouth with all-time great. And I feel like if we were to ask either of them, they would say like their finest hour was in this battle. Yeah, that's all I have to really say about it. It was just that great.
I mean, this and we kind of want to talk about the reasoning a little bit about why this battle is 1 and then one battle is 2. Like, this battle, even though DNA versus Disaster kind of launched KOTD to being what it is today, Illmac versus Big K is King of the Dot. That is 2 KOTD guys at the time doing KOTD things, like in front of a KOTD crowd and doing the epitome of what King of the Dot is. Like, if there are very few battles that I can show somebody and say, this is what everything this entity, this platform encompasses, right? This is their calling card battle. If I ever want to say, I'm saying, like, I've never seen a KOTD battle. What's it like and how is it different from any other battle I watch? I show them Big K versus Illmac, because that is the best King of the Dot battle of all time. Like, and that's it. And KOTD is underlined there, right? Like, it's not, it encompasses all the things that make KOTD so unique and so unlike everything else, while also being one of the best battles that you will see. Like, that battle's crazy. Like, go watch it. But like, you know what I mean? Like, but like, it's one of those things where that's kind of where our thinking is coming from, where it's like, especially with Illmac Solidified Legend, you got Big K, who drops his first classic in this battle. You got everybody there kind of watching this kind of moment happen. The visual is great. Like, there's nothing inherently, like, it's a 10 out of 10. It's a home run for KOTD. And like, content creators and platforms dream of having those. Like, they want those moments that kind of like show their platform in the best light and the way and who they are, and that's what this battle does.
But that's pretty much it, man. I really enjoy going that, like, just talking about all these battles and like just thinking about the times and where I was when I first seen these battles, how I felt. I'm saying, and all of that. It really made me appreciate the fact that there is a KOTD, because I think that battle rap encompasses much more than just, you know what I'm saying, a certain style, a certain type of rapping and stuff like that. I feel like, you know what I'm saying, KOTD, in terms of their innovation, like I mentioned earlier, and in terms of just their ways of having those subgenres, as you mentioned, in terms of different types of battlers and battling, you know what I'm saying, just amazing. Just their contributions in battle rap as a whole just has to be highlighted 100%. But thank you very much. I don't think I could have done this without you, man. Like, I think you were the perfect guest to have, touching bases about just the KOTD platform in this top 25. We have a lot of stuff in the works for the Speaking Our Language channel. You know what I'm saying? But also, please check us out in Champion Gold. You know what I'm saying? Me, Tito, a bunch of other aspiring analysts and media members really hold it down in there to talk about battle rap, solely battle rap. And you know what I'm saying? Just pick each other's brains in that regard. But thank you guys for watching. Really appreciate it. We'll see you guys soon. Thank you.